The following presentation is a work of fiction and is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana Emergency Management Agency. A potentially dangerous situation is occurring in the city of Terre Haute, Indiana. Geologists have reported multiple fissures opening within the city of Terre Haute. These fissures are very short in length and width, but should be considered dangerous. It is unknown what is happening, but it is possible that a new fact line may be developing. Residents are advised to go about business as usual, but be vigilant for further developments. This is NOAA All Hazards Radio WXK-72 in Putnam. Here is a statement for access of heat for the following counties in Indiana: Montgomery, Park, Putnam, and Vigo. Access of heat warning in effect until further notice. The National Weather Service in Indianapolis has issued an excessive heat warning, in effect until further notice. Temperatures, as high as 180 degrees C. Location, isolated areas in west central Indiana. Timing, from now until further notice. Additional details: it is unknown how these temperatures are occurring in such an isolated area, but it is speculated that the fissures in the city of Terre Haute have something to do with it. The United States Geological Survey has been notified, is doing some investigation, and suspects that possible volcanic activity is occurring. Drink way too many fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check with relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left in vehicles under any circumstances whatsoever. Know the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Anyone overcome by heat should be evacuated. Heat stroke is an emergency. Call 911. Keep in mind that this is an unusual situation. Earthquake warning. Strong shaking expected. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. Extreme seismic activity under the city of Terre Haute has been observed and has triggered an earthquake with a magnitude of 6.8 on the Richter scale. This earthquake has caused significant damage in the city of Terre Haute and has been felt in most of southern and central Indiana. In addition, the United States Geological Survey has confirmed that a new volcano is developing under the city of Terre Haute and may erupt soon. Residents are advised to drop, cover, and hold now. This totally isn't occurring at the same time as the Great Shakeout. Follow post-earthquake procedures once the shaking stops. Be prepared to drop, cover, and hold in the event of aftershocks. If you hear a hissing noise or smell gas, evacuate immediately. Fires may be impossible to extinguish due to the unprecedented heat radiating from the volcanic system. Because this earthquake did not occur anywhere near an ocean, there is obviously no tsunami threat. However, if this tremor reaches Lake Michigan, a tsunami may be possible. Stay tuned for more information on this developing situation.
Breaking news coming in from southwestern Indiana. An earthquake magnitude 6 plus on the Richter scale has occurred in the city of Terre Haute, where a newly developed volcano is coming in. We are expecting a volcanic eruption sometime in the next few weeks. The Geological Survey is saying it's not necessarily imminent, but they're saying it's becoming more and more likely. So definitely stay tuned as this continues to develop.
Volcano watch. Repeat, volcano watch. The United States Geological Survey has issued a volcano watch for the entire state of Indiana until December 20th, 2028. This is a particularly dangerous and life-threatening situation. The United States Geological Survey is watching a developing volcano near the city of Terre Haute and has confirmed that this volcano has the potential to erupt within the next few weeks. This volcano, now named the Putnam Range, has the potential to create an eruption the size of Yellowstone or larger, as its magma chamber covers the intercity of Vigo and Putnam counties, the southern half of Montgomery County, Olive Park County, and stretches back into east central Illinois. This volcano could create a world-ending situation. Residents in Indiana are advised to evacuate the area. This is a voluntary or evacuation, but is strongly advised. If evacuating, grab all the people in your home. Grab food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio. Do not pick up relatives from schools, hospitals, or nursing homes. These facilities have their own evacuation procedures and will act on them accordingly. Please stay tuned for more information. Volcano warning and immediate evacuation. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey, the National Weather Service, and the Indiana Emergency Management Agency. The Putnam Range, which has been placed on a high risk for eruption 2 weeks ago, is expected to erupt within the next 36 hours. The eruption is expected to blanket the entire state of Indiana in ash. This is a dangerous situation. You need to evacuate immediately in order to survive. Shelters are being set up in the following states: Iowa, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Utah, Washington, Oregon, and California. These states are not expected to be affected by the ash cloud. Do not wait. Evacuate now. Civil danger warning for Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and Kentucky. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. At 2:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, on Thanksgiving, 2028, the Putnam Range volcano experienced a large eruption. This has sent an ash cloud into the atmosphere. While the eruption was not as big as originally expected, ash is still expected to blanket the southern half of Indiana and the northern and central areas of Kentucky. Ashfall is also expected in southern Illinois and extreme southern Michigan. Residents in these areas must seek an underground shelter now. This is an unprecedented and life-threatening situation for the eastern Midwest. Weather patterns may change for the next few months. Stay tuned to this station for more information on this dangerous situation. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for the entire states of Illinois and Missouri. This is a mass casualty situation. A tornado the size of Los Angeles is on the ground and moving across the mentioned states. Winds are near 900 miles per hour, and the tornado is pulverizing anything in its path. This tornado has also been confirmed to be unnatural. The entity known as Mother Nature has been spotted in Terre Haute and has produced this tornado. In addition, the Putnam Range is confirmed to be expanding. It is unknown what Mother Nature's intentions are, but this entity has a tornadic history, as it is responsible for an unprecedented tornado outbreak in Indiana in 2024. Please take cover right freaking now. If you don't, you will face certain pulverization. If no underground bunker is available, you are dead. Stay tuned for more information. All clear. Repeat, all clear. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. The ash cloud from the eruption of the Putnam Range on 11/26/2028 has cleared after 6 months. However, the state of Indiana has suffered significant damage and Illinois is no longer existing after a tornado destroyed it. Residents may now exit their shelters. This concludes options under the emergency alert system. Normal programming may now resume, but this is not the end of the scenario.
A couple of years later, the entity known as Mother Nature has been spotted. What are its intentions? This thing is responsible for that other scenario. Will it be problematic in this scenario? Stay tuned.
2 years later. The date is October 30th, 2031. Civil danger warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana Emergency Management Agency. Mother Nature, the responsible entity for an unprecedented tornado outbreak and volcanic eruption, has been spotted in the city of Terre Haute and has generated an earthquake with a magnitude of 16.8 on the Richter scale. It is unknown how this earthquake was able to occur, but the entire tie of Terre Haute was flattened. Hundreds of injuries, fatalities, and people missing have been reported. In addition, smoke has been reported coming from the Putnam Range volcano, and it is expanding once more. The volcano is now as large as the states of Indiana and Illinois. The magma chamber is 100 times larger than Yellowstone, and if an eruption occurs, the results will be cataclysmic. Residents are advised to drop, cover, and hold now. Aftershocks, possibly just as strong as the previous quake, are expected. Residents that are concerned re-advised to evacuate now. If you are concerned about an eruption otherwise, take cover now. National Information Center Statement. This message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the National Weather Service, and the United States government. The United States Geological Survey has noticed a sharp increase in seismic activity under the large and extremely dangerous Putnam Range hyper-megavolcano centered in Terre Haute, Indiana. This rise in seismic activity is due to an entity known as Mother Nature in the area, causing multiple record-breaking earthquakes. Recently, a magnitude 18.9 magnitude earthquake struck under the volcano, and the Geological Survey indicates rising magma. Also, a giant sinkhole has opened in Terre Haute once again. This sinkhole contains extreme temperatures in excess of 890 degrees C, practically melting the city within seconds. Despite this being a localized problem, it is causing effects in a large area as multiple fires have been ignited. In addition, the Geological Survey is indicating the possibility of an eruption at Putnam Range within the next few months. If an eruption were to occur, especially in a volcano of this size, the effects would be catastrophic. The magma chamber of this volcano is far larger than Yellowstone National Park, meaning that an eruption would be 44,444 times more powerful than any other eruption in history. The eruption might even cause an extinction-level event. A loud explosion would be heard across the entire world, with a shockwave moving across the entire planet. A planet-shattering earthquake would occur right before, and it is possible that Earth may be thrown out of orbit or completely obliterated when the volcano erupts. A tsunami with the height of trillions of feet would spread across the world, destroying everything. Temperatures in the world would drop by at least 9,000 degrees C, making life impossible. If an eruption is imminent, prepare for the end. Otherwise, continue with normal activities while we ignore the fact that we are all about to die. Thank you for listening to this depressing National Information Center statement.
Welcome back to the Emergency News Network. This totally isn't ripped off of Superstar Studios Animation's Emergency News Network. Mother Nature has left us a message. It reads as follows. Stand by as we will play the message over the air.
Hear me, mortals. I have reawakened the tower of my dominion. Your feeble dreams will be obliterated under the crushing weight of my unstoppable power. I will annihilate anyone who dares to defy me. Resistance will only hasten your demise. Submit, and perhaps I will show you mercy within the shadows. Your courage is meaningless, your resistance futile. The era of darkness has begun, and I shall reign supreme. In the highest reaches of the tower, I am conjuring the storm that will lay waste to your lands. Tremble in despair before the encroaching darkness.
Volcano warning. Volcano warning. This is not a drill. The Putnam Range Super Ultra Hyper Mega Volcano is showing signs of eruption. The United States Geological Survey anticipates an eruption within the next 48 hours. An eruption of this magnitude will completely wipe the North American continent off of the map. This eruption may cause the continent to be thrown into the atmosphere. This is not a test. The end of the world cannot be completely ruled out at this time. An immediate evacuation has been ordered for the entire North American continent. Residents must evacuate now. Take ships to Europe and Asia where shelters are being set up. To repeat, the Putnam Range Super Ultra Mega Hyper Volcano is expected to erupt within the next 48 hours. The end of the world is quite possible. Stay tuned for more information.
For those of you wondering why sirens are still going off, they are trying to get people to evacuate the area. This is an extremely dangerous situation. The Putnam Range Super Ultra Hyper Mega Volcano is about to erupt. You must evacuate the area now.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All these participants will follow the procedures in the EASE Operating Handbook for a national level emergency. The President or one of her designated representatives will deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt regular programming. This is a universal emergency. Important information will follow. Universal alert. Universal alert. Universal alerts are transmitted to every single device in the world and played regardless of if the device is on or off, even if the device is non-functional. This is the Global Emergency Alert System, which was just created for this scenario, because the creator needed a way to relay this alert to the entire world, and national alerts will not suffice. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. Every single geological survey on the planet, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the newly formed Allison Tracker Detector, the National Weather Service, and the newly created Global Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. Citizens of this world, our world is coming to an explosive and fiery demise. At 2:08 p.m. EST on Thanksgiving, 2031, the Putnam Range Super Ultra Extremely Hyper Mega Volcano, which formed 3 years ago and was responsible for an eruption that caused the complete destruction in southern Indiana, has reawakened and is expected to have a catastrophic eruption within the next 30 minutes. Seismic gauges indicate that this volcanic eruption will be far more powerful than any eruption that the Yellowstone supervolcano can cause, which may lead to all life on Earth being killed. When the explosion occurs, expect the following. An explosion so loud that it will feel like you just got shot in the head will occur, resulting in an extensive shock wave. An earthquake so powerful that the planet will break into dozens of pieces will occur. Hundreds of millions of tons of volcanic ash will be injected in lava, is expected to rain across the world for several years. Most of the planet will likely be thrown into the atmosphere because unrealism. An eventual event is all but certain. Tsunamis with a height of hundreds of trillions of feet are all but certain. Even after the Yamatian earthquake, aftershocks with a magnitude of 99,023 on the Richter scale are certain, which is not possible to survive. Emergency update. The volcano will erupt in exactly 4 minutes. Residents across the world, prepare for the end. Gather with friends, family and significant others, pets and others in an underground shelter and brace for the end. Temperatures will drop by at least 400,000 degrees C, causing the complete freezing of Earth. Emergency update. It has been verified that the eruption is isolated by artificial means. An entity known as Mother Nature was spotted on the city of Terre Haute, making an unknown chant towards the volcano. It is unknown how Mother Nature has such power or what it is doing, but the volcano is glowing a bright red so strongly that it is visible from space. The volcano is rumbling so strongly that it sounds like millions of freight trains. The volcano will erupt within the next 2 minutes. Prepare for the end now. Here is a live shot at the city of Terre Haute. You can see a tongue of flame licking the surface of the ground. The entity is also noticeable in this image. Growling and showing its fangs at the camera. It just ate the camera. This is the end of the world as we know it. There is no reason to stay calm. Go into panic mode. All laws are extinguished. You may do whatever you want for the next minute until we all die. All crimes have been legalized until the end of the world, which is in 57 seconds. If you want to opt out on your own terms, you may do so. Attention! The volcano will erupt in 30 seconds. hands. I brace your loved ones. Do not tell children of this event and enjoy their well-being during these dark times. This station is signing off for the final time. This is the Yes by Tom. Even though I'm not the NOAA weather radio guy, signing off. May whatever being is out there help us all. Hey kaboom. This is an emergency action termination. The world has ended. The entire planet was completely demolished and uninhabitable. The following has occurred. At the start of the eruption started with an earthquake with a magnitude of 100 trillion on the Richter scale, breaking the state of Indiana into hundreds of pieces and hurling them into the atmosphere. The eruption then caused the sinkhole under the non-existent city of Terre Haute collapsed inwards, causing a massive explosion. The explosion was so loud that it was heard on the other side of the world and even heard from space. Trillions of gallons of lava spewed out of the volcano, incinerating the entire North American continent. Lava then would continue spewing from the volcano, moving into the atmosphere. Many countries across the world would start receiving rain that had a peanut butter-like appearance, but when people would go outside, they would be boiled alive as lava hit them. Lava is expected to rain over the former planet of Earth for septillions of years. As much lava was launched, quadrillions more ounces of volcanic ash was ejected into the atmosphere, destroying it and melting the surface, killing everyone in every continent except Northern Europe. A tsunami with the height of 333,333,333,333,333 feet then was caused by the entire remaining pieces of Indiana colliding and falling into the ocean. The tsunami would sink the entire coastlines of every country completely underwater, with islands like Fiji and Hawaii wiped off the face of the earth. Other areas that were decimated to the point of now being part of the ocean include the Florida Peninsula, every single country in Europe, and many more. The only country now alive was Botswana, but even they would die during the 900 million degrees temperature drop. The eruption would be of a 999,999,999,999,999 on the volcanic explosivity index, completely ending all life as we know it. The entire planet of Earth would be shattered and thrown out of its orbit, and collided with the sun, causing multiple solar storms to destroy all the other planets and end any other life that was in this universe. This is being aired because the viewers out there need to know this and they can't see this stuff on their screens because the creator cannot create visuals. This was one extremely catastrophic event and the creator enjoyed creating this scenario for you all. Thank you for watching and see you in the next scenario.
As you heard the emergency alert system just say, I really enjoyed making this scenario. And happy Thanksgiving. And we will see you guys in the next whatever related scenario. Newsflash, there will be a scenario premiering on Christmas. But we'll see you then.